What if the most important discovery in human history isn't in outer space, but locked beneath miles of ice? Antarctica. Icy, isolated, inhospitable, or so we're told. But the truth is, something strange is happening at the South Pole, something governments won't talk about and explorers weren't meant to survive. From secret diaries and ancient cities to satellite anomalies and crash-landed craft, what's buried under the ice could change everything we think we know about our past and who might still be watching us. This is Aliens Exposed. Please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified when we release our latest disclosure. Now let's dive into the 5 shocking mysteries beneath Antarctica. It all started in 1946 when the U.S. launched the largest Antarctic expedition in history. It was called Operation High Jump. 13 ships, 33 aircraft, 4,700 military personnel. Officially, it was a mission to test cold weather gear and scout base locations. Unofficially, something else entirely. Admiral Richard Byrd led the charge. A celebrated war hero and aviation pioneer, Byrd had flown over both poles. But on this mission, things took a turn. The expedition was scheduled to last 4 months. It ended abruptly after just 8 weeks, and the reason has never been made public. What happened out there? Some say Byrd saw something. Others say he encountered resistance, a battle even. But it wouldn't be the last time Byrd's name would surface in stories too strange to believe. Years after his death, a secret diary attributed to Byrd surfaced. In it, he recounts flying beyond the South Pole into a temperate green valley filled with life. He describes a crystalline city, rainbow lights, and finally flying saucers that intercept his plane and land him gently. There, in an underground realm, he claims to have met a being he called the Master. The Master had a warning. Humanity was on the brink of self-destruction. Nuclear weapons, war, greed, all watched closely by beings beneath our feet. According to the diary, Byrd was told to deliver a message to the surface world. But when he returned, he was silenced. Was this a hallucination, propaganda, or an actual encounter with something, or someone, inside the Earth? If Byrd's experience sounds unbelievable, here's where things get chilling. His story echoes what many UFO researchers have reported since the 1940s, sightings of flying discs around nuclear installations. Military officers have testified under oath that these craft not only appeared near missile silos, they disabled them entirely. That pattern continues in our video, Antarctica's Alien Secret Exposed, Hidden Base Beneath the Ice, where scientists stationed in Antarctica reportedly witnessed phenomena they were never meant to see. They weren't just threatened, they were extracted. What did they observe? Lights under the ice? Craft leaving the ground? Communications that weren't human? The details remain classified, but the fear in their voices says it all. If something buried in Antarctica is monitoring our weapons, then perhaps the warnings from Byrd's diary weren't just fantasy. They were an early attempt to stop us from destroying more than just ourselves. In 2003, a man known only as Spartan 1, a retired Navy SEAL, claimed he encountered an alien structure during a covert mission to Antarctica. His team was flown to a remote location where an 18-foot-tall octagonal tower rose out of the ice. The structure, he says, was warm inside. The walls glowed with an eerie green light. Massive doors swung open at the touch of a finger. Strangest of all, the walls were lined with unknown hieroglyphics, not Egyptian, not Sumerian, but completely alien. He described the space as vast, empty, and somehow alive. If this is true, it suggests the presence of an intelligence, ancient, advanced, and still operating beneath the ice. Plato wrote of a highly advanced civilization that vanished in a single day and night of destruction, Atlantis. According to his texts, Atlantis existed 9,000 years before his time and was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, a vague clue that has launched centuries of speculation. But what if Atlantis wasn't in the Atlantic, but under Antarctica? The idea may sound far-fetched until you consider one key fact. Antarctica wasn't always frozen. Roughly 13,000 years ago, a suspected pole shift could have moved Antarctica to its current position, flash freezing everything on it. This aligns perfectly with the timeline Plato gave for the fall of Atlantis. Could the ruins beneath the ice be the remains of a pre-flood civilization, one powered by advanced technology, perhaps even connected to beings from the stars? Some believe Atlantis was not entirely human, that it was seeded by an extraterrestrial race as a colony on Earth. And when disaster struck, they retreated underground. That would make Antarctica not just the graveyard of a lost world, but its last stronghold. In 2017, scientists detected an object entering our solar system from beyond the stars. They named it Oumuamua. But this wasn't just any asteroid. Its shape was long and thin, like a metallic cigar. Its acceleration didn't match gravitational expectations, and it had no visible tail like a comet. Harvard's top astronomer, Avi Loeb, made headlines by proposing it wasn't natural. It could be a probe, an alien scout. That same year, satellite imagery revealed a similar-looking object half buried on South Georgia Island, just north of Antarctica. While not technically part of the Antarctic continent, South Georgia is often included in military and exploratory operations related to the South Pole. The image showed skid marks in the ice, as if something had crash-landed. Could it be that what we saw enter our system as Oumuamua has been here before? Or that something like it has already arrived? The similarities are impossible to ignore. Now for one of the strangest anomalies of all. In 2018, satellite images appeared to show a massive contrail stretching from the North Pole to the South Pole. Over 12,000 miles. No commercial aircraft, not even the fastest jets, could produce such a trail. Contrails are the condensation trails left by jet engines at high altitude. They dissipate quickly. Chemtrails, on the other hand, are believed by some to be deliberate atmospheric sprays. They linger. But this wasn't either. To maintain a continuous contrail over the full span of Earth, a craft would have to travel at over 50,000 miles per hour. That's more than 10 times faster than any known jet. Is that even possible? And who was tracking this? Researchers noticed it in real-time satellite feeds, captured the image before it was removed, and began digging. What's most unsettling is that the trail was completely straight. No drift, no dispersion. It looked intentional. Was it alien? A test? A message? And if we reference our other video, Voyager caught something moving in space, and it's not a planet. Maybe the message wasn't even for us. Maybe it was a signal to them. Multiple insiders have come forward claiming there are entire underground bases in Antarctica, and that Earth governments are working with extraterrestrials. These aren't random internet conspiracies. These are seasoned military officers, contractors, scientists, and intelligence analysts. They speak of buried artifacts, unacknowledged facilities, and classified projects dating back to World War II. If even part of this is true, it means Antarctica is not just a no-man's land of ice. It's a locked vault, one holding ancient technology, extraterrestrial intelligence, and the key to our forgotten past. From crystal cities and flying discs to warm glowing halls under the ice, Antarctica is hiding more than just frozen water. It could be home to the last remnants of a civilization older than time, a race that warned us once before, a race that may still be listening. If Plato was right, if Byrd was right, if Spartan 1 and the scientists were right, then we're not alone, and we never were. The truth about Antarctica isn't frozen, it's suppressed. From whistleblower accounts to satellite evidence, ancient myths to modern science, the pieces are beginning to align. Atlantis, Oumuamua, the inner Earth, the UFOs around our nukes. And now, the ice is melting. Something is coming to the surface, and when it does, we might finally meet what lies beneath. If this blew your mind, subscribe to Aliens Exposed for more shocking truths they don't want you to know. Drop your theories below. Do you think Atlantis lies beneath the ice? Is Antarctica hiding more than fossils? Remember, the past isn't lost, it's just frozen. And now, it's waking up.